Well, hey everyone, it's Marcus, and welcome to more Chatting in My Jungle Room. I am in my jungle room. I'm heading to somebody's car right now where we're going to chat about another incredible Adelaide Fringe show. Please welcome, direct from his automobile, Lindsay Prodea. Lindsay, hey, how are you, my friend?
Markus Hamence, I'm very well, thank you. I must say that your beautiful green room looks much more inviting than my car sitting in the sun, but that's okay.
Well, you know what? I mean, I'm sure you've heard this before, but you've got a very, very big sunroof.
Oh, well, I have heard that before. Oh, sunroof. Yes, I can demonstrate it if you like, but yeah.
Hey, I don't know about you, but are you like coping with this Adelaide steam at the moment? My plants are loving it. I'm just a bit like, whoo, give me some cool weather already.
I don't like heat at the best of times. So give me 25 degrees or under. I'm very happy. I
I'm
walked into a catch up with a friend of mine, you would know Mimsar, and she said to
lovely.
me, Lindsay, your skin is glistening. It looks so healthy. And I said, Mim, it's sweat.
It's sweat, darling. It's sweat. Lindsay, we of course we could talk about the weather. We could talk about our plants. We could talk about skincare because that's just what we do. But we've got something a lot more pressing to talk about, and that is your Adelaide Fringe show. It's called A Friend of Dorothy, and it is backed up with Anthems of Pride. Um,
Correct.
it debuted last year, 2025, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So I did four shows last year. 2025 was my first run. Yeah.
Yeah. So Saturday, 21st of February, it runs from to Saturday, 21st of March at Eliza Hall, City of Prospect, pay and fee. I love that venue. Such an amazing
Oh, it's
space.
beautiful.
Acoustically incredible. So now I did not catch it last year. So tell me, what is A Friend of Dorothy all about? But I think I know where you're going. So let's talk about it though.
Well, funnily enough, Marcus, it's got a bit of a queer theme. Um, so, a friend of Dorothy, you may have heard the phrase before. It's actually a phrase from the 1940s, which gay men used to use as code to say, "Hey, are you a friend of Dorothy? Oh, yeah, I'm a friend of Dorothy." Because being gay or being queer back then was illegal. You had to sort of speak in code. So I thought, why don't we harness this beautiful phrase and really celebrate all of those people across the years who have basically been icons to the queer community. And that goes all the way back to Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz, a friend of Dorothy. And so what I wanted to do, I sat down with my beautiful partner, Matt, about 2 years ago, and I said, I really want to do a show about queer icons because what is it about these people that has made them so loved and so important to the queer community? So, your Madonna, Dolly Parton, Elton John, um, Kate Bush, so many people who across the years, not necessarily queer themselves, but they've become such important figures, share, um, you know, such important figures to the queer community. I really wanted to delve into that and go, why don't we have a celebration of these people and find all of their anthems that have become so popular and tell their stories, but also tell my stories, and why they've resonated with me.
I feel like you've just pinched all the songs from my personal playlist. Ugh. He took it and made a show out of it.
Yep,
Hey, if you
absolutely.
had to be a friend of Dorothy, would you be Toto, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, or the Lion? Who would you choose?
Oh gosh. All right. I'd probably, if any of my friends asked, they'd probably say I am the Tin Man because maybe I'm a little bit rigid and a little bit stubborn. I'd love to think I was Toto and I could just, have a merry old time and
Bouncing around.
prance along the yellow brick road. But yeah, but I think what I'm encouraging the audience to be in this show is to be their own Dorothy, but to pave their own yellow brick road because, we're all trying to chart our own path and we're all trying to find those people that we connect with. So we're all trying to find the people that give us heart and we're trying to find the people that give us our brains and our courage. And along the way, you find your friends and those people that support you. And we've all, particularly people in a minority, whether it's queer people or people of a different ethnic background, or may have different levels of ability. Everyone goes through their own journey, and you have to find those people. And sometimes that's in music. And I think that's why some of these artists who have been so supportive of the queer community resonate so strongly, because they've been advocates and they've inspired revolutions. And, some of them have passed away and left their entire inheritance to, say, HIV and AIDS research. So there's so many of these incredible, like, trailblazers, I would say. And that's, to me, I'm saying, we should all get courage from the courage and the bravery of these people.
Mm. And can we talk about one of our major advocates who is an incredible entertainer in the world of music? Obviously, Gaga, her performance at Super Bowl yesterday
Yes.
with Bad Bunny was next level. Is there anything that woman can't do?
She's incredible. So I had the pleasure of going and seeing her in Melbourne a couple months ago. Gosh, it was the biggest production I think I've ever seen theatrically. And you know me, I come from music theatre originally. Yeah. And what a production. Like, she's such a storyteller. And of course, there is Gaga in my show. You can't get away without some Gaga.
Please, that goes without saying. That goes without saying. I'm expecting mayhem, pun intended. It's like, this is why I get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, you've got you've got
I've got all the puns, baby. Hey, tell me, when you were putting this show together, when you were sitting down at the kitchen table with your dear partner, Matthew, what was the first song that was on the top of the list that had to be in the show? What was it?
Love is a Battlefield, Pat Benatar.
Mm-hmm.
I can't not listen to that song and want to sing along.
Mm-hmm.
I will be in the supermarket and that song will play, and I can't help but mouthing the words as I'm trotting down the aisle. That was my first one. The second one, which, believe it or not, ended up getting cut, was Enough is Enough. The disco hit Enough is Enough, because, of course, when you're talking about queer history, you have to talk about the disco era. Yeah. And I actually used that song to really delve into the challenges in the 80s and the HIV crisis. And I used that song and to say, look, enough is enough. Enough is enough. But it didn't make the final show. So isn't it incredible? There's a saying in writing a show, you have to kill your darlings. And that was one of my first two songs that went in, but it was one that had to get cut, because I thought, this show is a celebration. And although we have to touch on that history, I don't want to dwell on it. So I had to reduce a little bit of that history in order to fit more of the uplifting side of the history in.
Lindsay, that reminded me of Chanel. Chanel famously said, when you're about to walk out the door, look in the mirror and take one thing off. And you are kind of like, when Lindsay goes on a stage, look at the song list and take one thing out.
Yes. Well, the other one I really wanted to do was Come a Chameleon. Another one that I just sing along to. Just wouldn't fit anywhere, and I probably had 50 songs that I wanted to do that didn't make it in. And I had to, I get about 40 to 45 in, because we do some medleys and things, but I had to really just, I had to kill my darlings. I had to get rid of things that I really wanted to have into, but as John West says, it's the things that John West forgets. Rejects.
Rejects.
So I had to go, look, these are the songs I think. Sorry, I'm such a bag. I'm referencing Tuna.
I can tell, like clearly you're concentrating on driving in the traffic, not me.
Well, luckily I'm parked. I'm not driving.
Let's pretend you're driving, though, because it makes it sound so much more dangerous. It's like,
yes.
Hey, question for you. What is it about the Adelaide Fringe that sets your heart on fire? Why do you love putting a show into the Adelaide Fringe?
I just think it's that time of year in Adelaide where the whole city gets activated. And as you would know, and we're not going to get political here, but there's been some challenging times in the arts over the last few months. But I think the audiences really embrace it. So you could do a show, I could do the exact same show another time of year. It's going to be harder to sell tickets. And, we had a wonderful one night only in the Feast Festival, but even that, it was harder to sell being in November. February, it's like the sun comes out, everyone goes, it's the Fringe. Let's go out and have fun. Let's buy some tickets and, just go and see something different and just have a celebration. And it's that 5 weeks where we just come alive. I just love it.
Well, it's great for you and me, and it's great for the art lovers, but try telling the sun is a good thing to my damn peace lilies. They wilt like you wouldn't believe. They're like, can you finish the Zoom already? We need to be watered. Ugh, my God, they're
Sorry, my umbrella plant pretty much died. I had to repot it.
Oh my God, it's seriously so much has fried in my house. It's been crazy. Anyways, again, we digress.
Yeah.
Hey, so the show that was on last year, for those that saw the show last year, to those that are considering buying a ticket this year, are there any change ups to the song list at all?
Yeah, there certainly have been. I think it's been really refined. So last year, I did it once a year last year. This year, we're only doing 2 shows total. Mainly because I thought, well, my big fans have already come, and it's always harder to sell a show the second year. So this year we're doing 2. But last year I felt like I was on my toes a little bit, and a bit of insight to people watching who haven't put your own show on. You're always questioning and you're always going, all right, that didn't work so well in that show, so I'm just going to rejig that. So every single week I felt like I changed something. So this year we did last year's Fringe, we took it to Sydney, we did 4 shows there, we did Feast. Every time along the way, I feel like I've injected more and more of myself into the show. I think the songs have become more clever because we've rearranged certain songs to make them land better. But from a storytelling perspective, I've gone, let's talk more of my own experiences and get to know me more, because I think that's what people love about cabaret. You're coming along not just to listen to songs that you know and you want to sing along to, but you get to learn something about the performer, and you can walk out going, wow, I had no idea some of the struggles that you've been through. And I think it makes us more relatable as performers. And so for me, yeah, I've tweaked. A few songs have been swapped in and out a little bit. Some songs have been rearranged. I feel like it's a different show, to be honest. So I would definitely say come back again, but also go and see some of the incredible other new amazing shows. I've got a list of probably 10 that I'm so excited to see as well.
But you know what? Let's be honest though. Your favorite song, you don't listen to it once and then be like, oh no, I've heard that before. I'm going to. I mean, my God, how
True.
many times have you listened to "Can't Get Me Out of My Head"? Can't get you out of my head. You know what I mean?
True.
So
Exactly.
you've never seen it, even if it is exactly the same show. Go and see it again because they're freaking killer songs. Come on,
Yeah.
let's
Yep.
get
And it's a 4-piece band. Yeah. Sorry, you go.
no 4-piece bands. I love that.
But new venue, so it's going to have a different vibe too.
You know what? And is there any outfit changes?
Yeah, look, a little bit. Yeah, I think some of mine last year didn't work as well, but don't worry, the Madonna corset and boobs are definitely coming out again.
Fantastic. I know. I'm lending it to you. I've got it.
Exactly.
I've got it sitting on the bench out there ready for you. It's all good.
You'll need to take it out for me though.
Hey, let's get deep just for a quick second.
Please.
And you've heard that before. But oh my God, it's the end of the day. Let's get deep for a second. Why is it important to celebrate Pride? Why is it important to shout Pride? Why is it important to remember what we went through in the past?
I think I'm going to sound really cliche here. If we don't remember the past, we're destined to repeat it. You look at the world today, and we've gone through such a revolution over these past few decades, particularly since the 70s, and obviously such challenges in the 80s, but through that came more revolution. But when you've got something different, or when you're a minority, there are things that you have to face and battle even within yourself. And I'm talking, getting quite serious. You've got your own internalized homophobia that you can grow up with. You've got to shout it loud and proud so that other people realize that it's okay to be yourself. Because I think some people might be sick of hearing it, and they go, oh, well, we don't have homophobia anymore because, look, it's fine. We've got marriage equality. but they don't realize there's still a lot of prejudice. There's still a lot of unconscious bias. And luckily, we surround ourselves, I know you and I do, with people who are loving and, they lift us up. But there's so many people out there who may not have access to those communities. And I think if we keep shouting about pride and celebration and what we need to celebrate because of what we've been through, and I can't even claim that because I wasn't alive in the worst of it. But I think you've just got to keep shouting that pride and support and saying, regardless of whether you're different, regardless of your gender, your sexuality, your skin color, ability, you are enough. And I know how cliche that sounds, but, that's why last year we partnered with the Mental Health Commissioner and we said to quite a few uh, groups like LGBTIAQ plus, I always get them in the wrong order, communities, and said, please, if you want to use Fringe community tickets, please come along because we want you to get this message. We'd love to take it regionally. It's just a money thing, spread that word of message and pride.
You are a good human, my dear friends. I'm going to ask you, I keep on thinking of one more question, just one more question. But I do have one more for you. Who is your ultimate gay icon in the music industry?
Look, I think for me personally, because they were my favorite growing up, it's Madonna.
Yeah, likewise.
And look, we can debate her different eras of music, but overall, she's the one I'll go back to. I'll always go back to listen to her stuff from the 80s and 90s. And look, maybe some of the stuff in the 2000s I don't love as much, but, that's why there's multiple Madonna references and a bit in the show. So
wait to see it. And
but Madonna, number one, Madonna.
Despite her music, and that goes without saying how fabulous she's been in the music world, but the boundaries that she pushed and the people that she supported, supporting women's rights, black rights, gay rights, other religions, that woman, a powerhouse. And then give us all that music and it is what it is. Hey, you've been Lindsay Prodea. I've been Markus Hamence. It is absolutely joy chatting to you. And this is our yearly catch up, essentially. On video.
Lovely.
It's awesome.
Let's have more than just this one.
Can we try our hardest, please?
We're going to have some drinks in Fringe.
Lindsay Prodea, a friend of Dorothy, Anthems of Pride. Grab your tickets through the Adelaide Fringe website, everybody. You're going to have a ball. I'm definitely going to be going along. Saturday, the 21st of February and Saturday, the 21st of March at 2:00 p.m. at Payinthi, which is Eliza Hall at City of Prospect. Much love, much respect. Keep on doing what you do. Make sure you've got a brand new show for us next year or another interpretation of this show. Put in Karma Chameleon. I don't care. It'll be fun. Lindsay, happy Adelaide Fringe to you, and I will see you at the show.
Happy Fringe, Markus, and we'll have that drink too. Thank you so much.
Woo, woo.